Well, everyone, there's been some crazy news recently about the iPhone 12, and it's funny because I made a lot of renders about the iPhone 12, and so many people are sharing it on Instagram and loving them, so I'm literally loving the support on there. If you guys want to see all my renders and stuff, obviously follow me on Instagram, links down below. It's literally simple Alpaca. It's the same thing as my YouTube channel, could not be easier. But one thing that I constantly see about the iPhone 12 are so many conflicting reports about the release date, and this is probably one of the biggest changes that's probably going to be happening soon. Obviously, you guys already know with the whole virus thing that's out, I'm not going to say the name because if you do, then the video is going to get demonetized, and I got to pay the rent. I still have to pay off my S20. I'm still paying off my 11 Pro, to be honest. So to be honest, that's going to have a huge effect on pretty much every single iPhone that's coming out. And the sad thing is that the iPhone 9 or iPhone SE2 or whatever, that's being some like conflicting reports too. They're saying that it's not going to come out, that it is, that it's going to be delayed, whatever the case is. So I'm going to kind of hold off to make another video on that because I've dropped like 50 videos on those recently, and I have to wait until some more information comes out about that. But with the iPhone 12, it's pretty much being said, it's not been confirmed yet, but it's pretty much being speculated that that phone is going to be delayed to at least October, which isn't going to be too crazy considering they come out in September, so it's not going to be too insane. But the fact of the matter is that we're going to be potentially having 4 different iPhones coming out this year in September, or coming out in October for that matter. It's going to be the 5.4-inch panel, the 6.7-inch panel, and then potentially 2 6.1-inch panels as well. So the 5.4-inch and 6.1-inch are potentially going to be the cheaper models, and then the 6.1-inch top tier model, and then the 6.7-inch ultra model, those are going to be the top two models. So there's been some renders that I've also made that's going to say it's going to have like 4 camera sensors. We really don't know. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be 3, but those are some things that you will probably have to consider at the end of the day. Now the cool thing is, like I said before, all these phones will have OLED panels, but the thing is that those bottom 2 panels will probably end up being lower resolution than the top 2 panels. So the iPhone 11 panel will probably end up being the same one on the iPhone 12, the base model, and the iPhone 12 mini base model. But when you go to the iPhone 12 top tier model and the ultra model, those will be more like the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max. So they'll probably end up like making it look much better on those phones. But here's the other thing. I think Apple might potentially, they're going to have to lower the notch or make the notch smaller on those top 2 models, because if they were to keep them on the same panel and everything, and you looked at them side by side, I don't think a lot of people will end up noticing that you have the more expensive phone, especially if they're the same screen size and everything. You're going to have to make it some visible difference, and they're going to have to shrink down the notch or make it like just like a very small part of the screen or something. They're going to have to do something weird, and I don't think it's going to be end all be all. I think it's still going to look fine, but that is something highly to consider. They're probably going to end up making that notch smaller on those top tier models, and then the lower models will probably end up keeping it there. That's kind of a speculation, I'm not really too sure, but knowing on past things, they're going to have to make it look different in order for people to justify spending more money on it. And potentially all these models will have 5G on them, which is going to be really cool. My S20s all have 5G, so it'd be really cool if they can at least match that. Now people are saying that they're going to change up the design quite a bit, that they're going to be too crazy, and besides that notch, I don't know what else they're going to do. People have said they're going to take like the iPhone 5 and 5S and iPhone SE type of body and kind of, make it look kind of like that. I'm not really too sure how I feel about that. I don't know how accurate that is. That is something they could do. I'm not saying they can't do it. And if they do it, that would be really, really cool. I mean, my iPhone SE2 renders for the longest time were using those bodies, and they still are, so it could potentially look something like this. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it potentially could, and if they do it, I'll have a lot of respect for Apple for doing it there, but I'm not really too sure how I feel about that. And those are some of the major things that we know of as of this point. Again, nothing has been like crazily confirmed besides maybe the change up of the release cycle, of it being delayed. But again, a lot of things are being delayed. It's not just this specific phone, Samsung's being affected. All these phones are being affected for sure. So that's just a quick little heads up and a quick little, update on the specific iPhone 12 timeline that we're having right now. Again, it's going to be a pretty big update, but we really don't know what's going to happen at this point. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.